Hey, what's up? This is Chosen. Hope you're having a fantastic day. This is going to be a Raid Shadow Legends video talking about what the community thinks is the best of the Supreme starter champions becoming legendaries. And then also for fun, I was playing around with some of the AI art software and was able to generate some high definition versions of these Supreme legendaries. So I'll show you that and let you, tell me which one you like the best and all of that. And we'll talk about if I agree with some of the things that are being said about these different starting champions now that we know their kits and all of that. So let's get into it. Alrighty, now first of all, I did go over each one of their kits this morning in today's daily wrap-up video and talked about which one I thought would be kind of the best, and the poll is really coming out. I reacted to it first live in a video without knowing what anybody else would think, and this does not surprise me at all. When I was kind of going over the kits, it looked like Supreme Kale was just amazing. He's got like all the AoE abilities and the poisons and the debuffing to help the toughness with a passive. So he's got a lot going on that is going to be super useful for a lot of different accounts. And then Galek was the number 2 in my opinion. I believe when I ranked them in my video, let me clear this out. I believe when I ranked them myself at the end of the video, I put Kale as number 1, and then the Supreme and Galek as number 2, and then I did Aethel number 3, and then I did Elaine number 4. Now, I'm a little bit surprised that Aethel didn't get a little bit more of the vote. I thought this would maybe have Aethel over closer to about maybe 7% or so. I'm a little bit surprised that she's down equal to Elaine. I did think Elaine would be in the 4th spot though, which is unfortunate that Elaine is going to be the one that we're getting as part of the event, and we're not getting like Galek or Kale. But then let's see what some people are saying here in the community. So Supreme Galek has 3 of the best Hydra debuffs, HP burn, block buffs. That is true. The block buffs is amazing that he has in his kit. Decrease speed and on top of probably hitting pretty hard and like ninja. No. I think Galek does have some potential to really slide into some teams for people on the Hydra. I agree. Kale, all 3 levels is amazing. Yep, they're talking about rare being Kale, and then Dark Kale, and then Supreme Kale. Kale is the MVP of Raid out of all the starters. Normal Dark Ultimate. Ultimate ruins everything. Not be able to resist it is bonkers. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. The fact that a lot of his kit in there it cannot be resisted is just so ridiculous. It puts him over the top. That really makes him. If he didn't have that, it would probably be pretty close between him and Galek here on the voting. Okay, let's be honest here. Supreme Kale is beyond good. Galek is going to be fantastic. Really not sure what the other 2 are offer. Both kits are good. Kale is clearly here for the whales to pay up for. Yeah, and I accidentally, I got to clarify. In my video, I was kind of like talking off the cuff. And I'm so used to these champions being magic affinity that I accidentally said something stupid and was like, oh, I won't be surprised if there's a 20 sacred event for Supreme Kale. And obviously they're switching the affinities to void. So obviously there's not going to be a sacred shard event for void affinity champions, but I guarantee that they're probably going to do a guaranteed void event of like 110 void shards or something for either Supreme Kale or Supreme Galek. That would not surprise me at all. But also, as I promised, I'm going to show you some HD versions of the Supreme rare champions becoming legendaries, and we'll just kind of go through them, and we'll start with Aethel here. So for Aethel and the Supreme version, this was what I got kind of playing around with the AI here for Aethel. I think this one came out pretty well. I do like it. I think most of them came out pretty well. I'll let you know which one's my favorite, and you can let me know which one is your favorite. But I think it did a pretty good job on this. It struggles a little bit. I think Aethel's face tattoo is a little bit more like a message. It's like some wording, and the AI can struggle with text for sure. So it kind of turned it into just a more tattoo artwork type thing instead of words. But all in all, looks great. And the Supreme Aethel HD version, I like it a lot. Then next up, the AI HD version of Supreme Galek. I think it came out well. It's a little bit hard for the AI to get the. I was having struggles to get the AI making the orc face look proper, but all in all, it came out pretty well. It's got the red facial hair and kind of like that golden helm with the armor and the red hair protruding like the ultimate Galek. So all in all, came out pretty decent. And then these next two, the last two, I think came out fantastic. I love this Supreme Kale. Definitely does him justice. It's got the purple theme, and on the ultimate version, he's got more of like that golden pointed crown and the glowing eyes. So really enjoyed the Supreme Kale one. And then this one might be my personal favorite. I think the scaled up Supreme version of Supreme Elaine came out just ridiculously good with the artwork and like her armor and the necklace and the crown, and it all matches like her aesthetic, and her eyes and everything are really great in this one. So if I had to pick my favorite one, it would actually be the worst champion in terms of the polling for the one that we're getting this weekend. But for the AI artwork that I was doing for these different Supreme versions, the Supreme Elaine one was my favorite. So yeah, thank you to all of you that participated over on the community tab in voting on the different Supreme champions. We've got a test server that we're going to be able to work on for the next day and a half or so. And then the embargo for the test server will be lifted on Thursday. So you'll see a bunch of different videos coming out from your favorite content creators here in about a day and a half or so on Thursday, where we are able to test the hard dungeons and learn things like the multipliers for the different Supreme versions of these champions, and test them and try different builds, and maybe figure out which ones are going to be best, and try to get them placed, and at least initially, onto a tier list, and see how they grade within the context of the game compared to other stuff. So there is going to be a lot happening over the next few days in Raid Shadow Legends, that's for sure. So remember to subscribe on your way out if you enjoy daily Raid Shadow Legends content. I'll see you soon in the next video. Appreciate you. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.